What's up, everybody? Big breaking news today in the airport lounge access world. The Points guy dropped an article a few hours ago talking about changes coming to the Venture family of cards from Capital One. I want to go over that news with you today and break it down for you a little bit, and we can discuss it in the comments section below. I'm going to be referring to the article directly, so I'm going to be reading off some things here from the article as I'm talking to you all. I will also post a link to the article in the description below, as well as screen grabs of what I'm reading here for you as well. So let's dive in. So the article, the headline is Capital One set to change lounge access policies. Here's what you need to know. So, as you all know, the Capital One Venture X card is kind of the low cost darling in the premium travel card in the industry. It comes in at a annual fee of $395, but one of its strong suits is that it gives you access to the Capital One lounges, which are some of the best lounges in the industry. I've not been to one. I don't have a Capital One card at all, so I'm speaking from a complete outsider point of view. But supposedly, from lots of things I've seen people talk about and say, the Capital One lounges are superb. And the card also gives you access to Priority Pass lounges as well. So let's cover the cards right now as far as what they do. So right now, and I'll post this here, right now with the primary card holder on the Venture X, you get complimentary access to the Capital One lounges and landings with 2 complimentary guests for the lounges and 1 guest for the landings. You also get complimentary access to Priority Pass lounges, restaurants not included, with 2 complimentary guests. And the Venture X business card is pretty similar. Access to Capital One lounges and landings with 2 complimentary guests for lounges and 1 guest for landings, and also access to Party Pass lounges, not the restaurants though, with 2 complimentary guests. The additional card holders or authorized users and account managers also get complimentary access to Capital One lounges and landings with 2 complimentary guests for lounges and 1 guest for landings. Similar with the Priority Pass, complimentary access with 2 complimentary guests. And on the Venture X business, additional card holders currently do not receive complimentary lounge access, though, only on the Venture X. So here's what's changing. And this is changing on February 1st of next year. So a little time off yet, but it still will be here before we know it. Beginning February 1st, Venture X and Venture X business card holders lounge access for additional card members or card holders, including authorized users and account managers, will change. After this date, no additional card holders will receive complimentary lounge access. I repeat, no additional card holders will receive complimentary lounge access. Primary card holders can add lounge access to additional card holder accounts by paying a $125 per card fee. Does that sound familiar to any other card issuers in this space? This is a pretty big change. The Venture X has been a darling in the industry as far as allowing additional visits with people coming in with the card holder themselves, uh, but also authorized users too. So this is a giant change for this card. I think it's definitely a downgrade. Now here, Capital One is stating what the change or why they're changing. It said, as airport lounges continue to grow in popularity across the industry, we've seen our customers increasingly encounter wait times to enter them. It is important to us that we maintain a great airport lounge experience with our Venture X and Venture X business customers while continuing to deliver best-in-class premium travel cards at an accessible price. To address this, we will be making some changes to lounge access for digital card holders, authorized users, and account managers, and guests. Um, the Venture X and Venture X primary card holders will continue to receive complimentary access to the network of over 1,300 lounges, including Capital One lounges, Capital One landings, and Party Pass lounges. They say they thought carefully about these changes and will remain committed to delivering a differentiated premium travel card for our customers. So this really seems like it's kind of crappy news in a way for a lot of people. However, though, it looks like it could be kind of an upgrade for the Venture X business card and card holders of that card. So right now there's currently no additional card holders can receive complimentary lounge access. But after this change in February of next year, primary card holders can get unlimited access for up to 4 authorized users by paying a $125 fee for each account. So, in a way, I guess this is an upgrade for that card in a way, but still going to cost. Um, and then scrolling on down here again, there's like basically a little blurb here again. Um, it basically states for Venture X card holders, beginning February 1st, 2026, Venture X primary card holders and authorized users will no longer be able to bring in complimentary guests to Party Pass lounges. They will need to pay $35 per guest. Beginning February 1st, 2026, Venture X cardholders guest access for Capital One lounges and landings will change. Guests will cost $45, and children 17 and younger will cost $25. Children under 2 will still be free. The Venture X business, again, similar changes here. I'll put this up on the screen for you all to read as well. Yeah, it's definitely a downgrade for sure on this card and the lounge access. But we're seeing this trend though, right? I mean, there were changes to the Delta cards with Amex. The Delta Platinum card lost any access to Delta lounges, period. So they've revamped that card a few times. Also, the lounges access to Sky Clubs changed with the Platinum card as well from Amex. So giving limited access to 10 visits a year. So it's a change across the industry. It seems like it's really happening a lot. They're still tightening down on lounge access because there's wait times. We've heard of wait times happening now at Sapphire lounges too. So it's a trend that's happening across the industry. It really seems like if you're a Capital One fan, this is going to hurt. But it also kind of opens the way for the Sapphire Reserve card in a way to become a goated card for lounge access in a way. I believe the Sapphire card gives unlimited access to Priority Pass lounges with no additional charges, but also you can, for the cardholder and 2 guests, is what I meant to say. For the cardholder and 2 guests, at least for now, the Sapphire Reserve at least will give you access to Party Pass lounges and 2 guests with no additional fees. So, but we'll see if that remains to be seen. But also, too, the Sapphire card does not get you, the Sapphire Reserve card does not get you access to the Capital One lounges at all. So, there's that little caveat there. But as far as Party Pass lounges, this is going to make the Sapphire Reserve kind of goated in that regard. So, that might change the view and game of the Sapphire Reserve a little bit for people. What do you all think about this? I think it's really interesting. Let's talk about it in the comment section below. I want to hear what you all have to say about this. Also, too, if you enjoyed this video, could you please subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so? It helps get the channel visible to more people just like yourself. And I appreciate you. Thank you. Also, too, I do have memberships in the channel as well. It's $1.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. I'm doing members only videos right now. I'm dropping one about once every other week right now. It's spicier content that I really don't want out in the general public on YouTube. So those will stay paywalled. Also, too, there are other ways you can support me with my referral links in the description below as well. You can also go to my link tree and buy me a coffee at Ko-Fi. If you do any of those things, please tell me, please message me so I can thank you directly for doing that, because it means a lot that you use any of my referral links. So I want to thank you personally ahead of time. Now, if you all could please do me a giant favor and be good to each other today, okay? And be respectful to each other. And until next time, bye for now.